Hey, everybody. Good morning. Thanks for joining us here on WGR. Happy Tuesday. Sabres lost last night in Calgary. They're right back to it tonight to play the Edmonton Oilers. And joining us on the Western Hotline, Sabres head coach Lindy Ruff, who is up bright and early. We appreciate you getting up a little early for us, Lindy, on this road trip. Good morning.
Morning, gentlemen. How we doing?
Not too bad. So, Lindy, last night's game, post-game, you had some of your high-profile players seemingly upset and frustrated and talk about the play of the game itself. And we also have a clip of Calgary broadcasters. Their view of the team was that the team's, if I can use their quotes, give a crap meter was turned off. It seems like harsh words regarding last night's performance. I wonder how you felt about it.
Well, I thought there was a lot of good things we did in the game. If you look at some of the opportunities we created and some of the goals we scored, the one goal were almost at least a minute in the zone, in the Calgary zone before we put it in. What hurt us again, though, inside the game, I mean, we had a disallowed goal on a really good rush play where Greenway was offside. We took a couple penalties that put us in a 5-on-3 situation. We had, Darlene was what I felt was hooked down in the 4-on-4 and gave up a goal. Probably the biggest thing that hurt us was our puck play. I thought we kept fighting back in the game. Down by a couple, we closed it within one. We down by a couple, we closed within one. We got the late power play and scored. And then when you look at the 6-on-5, we turned the puck over in the neutral zone with a couple minutes left, and that was probably the play that didn't give us a chance to get at least a tie in the game.
Lindy Ruff with us. Lindy, the compete level on a night-to-night basis, are you feeling like you are getting that from this group the way you want it?
We talked a lot about the compete from the top of the circles down because we haven't been scoring goals. I think there's a little frustration with the players with, pucks not going in. We've talked about being harder around the blue paint. I think we got to a new level there last night where finally we got rewarded for being around the net. I think drawing that penalty near the end of the game where we're in the paint was a big step. I thought we created some great opportunities from their turnovers. We scored a couple nice goals. The Darlene goal was a great goal. But there is another level that when things aren't going well for you, you got to get to, and I don't think we're quite there yet.
The team has now given up the most goals in the Eastern Conference this year, Lindy, and that was a stated goal of this team to be better at before the year. Is what you're kind of referencing here, another level, a big part of that, or are you also at a place where you're wanting more from your goaltenders?
I think it's a combination of a lot of things. I think that we needed a big save off of a couple of tough plays we made. I think when you look at the turnovers that we had in the Winnipeg game, that really hurt us. The puck play at the blue line where we give up a 2-0. Those are the type of plays that lead you as a team, especially when you're on the road. And we had played a heck of a first period, didn't get rewarded for it, we missed a lot of chances. But you can't hand another team those type of opportunities in return for playing well. You look at another goal inside the Winnipeg game, and if you want to go back to the Philly game, what got Philly started was us turning the puck over. For me, it's the puck management part has to be better at key times of the game. And these last couple of games, we failed that test.
Sabres head coach Lindy Ruff. on the Western Hotline after a loss to Calgary. They're in Edmonton tonight. Lindy, you made comments about Noah Ostlund being sent down, and it's the direct result of 3 goalies. Is that, you mentioned the numbers game. Is it really just 3 goalies prohibit you from having Ostlund, who it sounds like you had positive reviews of how he's played, and yet he's got to go down?
Yeah, I thought, you're looking at a young guy that's getting his career started, and I thought the look we had at him last year, he was at a level. I think the look when we brought him this year, he's at another level. He really got comfortable with the puck. I thought he started making a lot of good plays. We didn't convert on a lot of the plays. Some of the goals we converted on, but inside the game, I thought he was in on a lot of good plays offensively. I thought defensively, his play inside our zone was good. I think that's an improved area since he came up at the end of last year. It looks like we're going to have Zucker out tonight, so we're going to have to bring somebody back. But it is a little bit of the product of 3 goalies being here that he had to get sent down.
With regard to that 3 goalie problem, 3 goalie situation, is it something that you feel like if you're having to send a player down when you maybe shouldn't, is it the kind of situation that you would maybe hope to find a solution to soon?
I think that it's been a situation that I've said it's not comfortable for the goalies, and it's not comfortable for where we're at, and part of that was based on whether UPL was going to make it through with the injury he had, and we wanted to see how that went. You can see other teams around the league at the same time have had the same situation. There's probably 4 or 5 teams dealing with 3 goalies, so now it's a little bit more common. But at the same time, what we're talking about, where he takes a roster spot for a player that could still be here, you just have to work your way through that.
Tage moving back and forth, playing a little bit more at center. When he is at center, Lindy, because you just look at the lineup on paper, because Norris is obviously there and so is McLeod. Ostlund playing on the wing, is that something that you think he is capable of? Because he was playing more down the middle when you were dealing with your injuries.
Yeah, I think you made a good point, and that's part of the Ostlund thing too. Is when I moved Tage back, I think Tage. There are times where he skates a lot better when he's in the middle of the ice, but then all of a sudden you've got Norris and you've got McLeod, and then you've got Krebs and Kozak, and at the center position that's 5 already. So somebody has to go over. And even last night we played Kozak at the wing, which a lot of teams that's pretty common. And the reason that Tage was over on the wing is, we wanted to see if there'd be a connection between him and Norris that would allow, another centerman inside the game. So it's always better to have a centerman that can move to the wing, because there's wingers that can't move into the middle. So that's a good problem to have.
Follow up, by the way, very quick on the Zucker thing. So if he doesn't play tonight, is that a short-term thing, or did something happen?
Something happened inside the game. He missed some time in the second period and came back and played, but the initial view by our crew last night after the game is he will miss some time.
Sabres head coach Lindy Ruff. Edmonton tonight, Lindy, so best of luck, and we'll chat next week.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Lindy Ruff. Sabres and Oilers.